Hey folks, this is Matt once again. Welcome back to another review. And this is once again thanks to Till from Germany, who sent me a lot of films. Thank you very much, man. Hopefully the reviews will be okay. And next up is a film called Sabotage. Now, right off the bat, I have no fucking idea why this is the fucking cover. I mean, I like the way that it's a slipcase like this, but I have no idea why the fuck this is the cover. I mean, I have no idea. You know, Mark Dacascos, I'm not even sure if that is Mark Dacascos. And he definitely doesn't take his shirt off or anything like this. I have no idea. I mean, I like the cover that's just, Mark Dacascos with the sniper rifle. But this, I have no fucking idea why. It's like, I don't know what the hell it's trying to be. It's like he's ready to play volleyball instead of fucking sniping someone. But this is Sabotage from, I think, around 1996. Which, really enough, I think that new Schwarzenegger film with Sam Worthington was changed to this name, Sabotage. But it's actually directed by Tibor Takas, if I pronounce it right. Tibor Takas, this guy started off with doing The Gate, which I like The Gate. I think I reviewed The Gate. If I didn't, I reviewed The Gate 1 and 2, and he did The Gate 1 and 2, and those reviews are still up for The Gate 1 and 2. And I like The Gate. The Gate 2, but I like The Gate. He did another film called I, Madman. I haven't seen it, but it seems interesting. But then after The Gate, he did The I, Madman, which sounds interesting. Gate 2, which was definitely not as good as the first one. Then he did stuff like Red Shoe Diaries. He did a film called Bad Blood, which has Lorenzo Lamas. So he did Lorenzo Lamas action film. This actually has another action film called, I think this is one called Deadly Past, which Tibor Takas did, but I didn't bother watching because I didn't know. I guess Mark Dacascos is in this a little bit in that film, but I just didn't bother watching because I didn't care. The trailer was on, it didn't seem interesting. He did this film, then he did like episodes of Police Academy, the series. He did another Mark Dacascos film called Sanctuary, which I wasn't really that big of a fan of. And then pretty much worked for Sci-Fi Channel. I mean, Tornado Warning, Manstito, The Black Hole in 2006, Ice Spiders, Mega Snake, Meteor Storm, Spiders in 2013, episodes of My Babysitter's a Vampire. I mean, this guy makes The Gate, and now he's doing My Babysitter's a fucking Vampire. It sucks, no pun intended. But Sabotage, I remember I saw this a while ago, a long time ago. I remember not being the biggest fan of it. Watching it again, I think it's okay. I'm going to say it's an okay. It's definitely not up to snuff with Mark Dacascos' Drive, when Mark Dacascos is his best. Only the Strong. But I thought this was okay. I mean, I just say I like this more than Sanctuary. I definitely like this more than Double Dragon. I'm not a fan of Double Dragon at all. The Base, I remember seeing it and not being impressed, but maybe I have to give it another shot. I have that on DVD. Maybe give that another shot. But this film, if you wonder what I'm doing, I'm quickly now looking on Mark Dacascos' filmography. Because, unfortunately, I can't say there's not a lot of films of his that I could say are great. Sad to say. I mean, he had a tiny bit role in Angel Town, which I reviewed Angel Town. I like Angel Town. He also has a tiny part. Only the Strong I like. Double Dragon, not so much. Kickboxer 5, eh. Crying Freeman I liked. I just say I like that more than this. Crying Freeman. DNA I like in spite of itself, where there's not enough monster action and you have some poor special effects at times, especially, like, I don't know if it was fucking CGI or what at times, but I don't know, I'm a sucker for those kind of movies, especially with an action star I know, so DNA I can watch. Troll Stairway to Heaven I didn't watch much. Brotherhood of the Wolf I did like. I didn't like what happened to Mark Dacasco's character. I kind of wish he was the lead, but overall I still liked the film. But I mean, this is definitely better than shit like Solar Attack or Alien Agents. I Am Omega I actually like. That's like the only Asylum film I like. But hey, Mark Dacascos beats up zombies with nunchucks. If I had a scene like that, I'm pretty much sold on it. So, anyway, Sabotage is pretty straightforward plot. Definitely, it's hard to call this an action film. It really is. Calling it an action film would be lying, almost, because there's not much action per se. I would say this is more of a thriller. I'm putting this because this is such a weird cover, so I'll just put this. I like the cast. Not only does it have Mark Dacascos, it has Carrie Anne Moss, you know, a few years before The Matrix. You have Tony Todd as your villain. You have a guy named Greene, who I remember from films like Die Hard with a Vengeance. You also have, get the guy's name, I forgot his name already, John Neville, who I remember most. He was in the X-Files later on as the well-manicured man who worked for the cigarette smoking man. John Neville. Has a pretty decent cast, and again, this is more of a thriller. I would say it's okay. I liked it alright watching it again. I definitely could say I liked it more than, say, this film. Like, this film, maybe because I like Mark Dacascos more than that guy, but not much action. If you're going into action, you're going to be very disappointed. But pretty much, it starts off with Mark Dacascos. He's a sniper. He's on this mission with this to rescue these hostages. But you even have like this dog giving away his position. He's trying to get it out of there, but doesn't, and actually comes up and snaps the guy's neck. But then this guy goes in, and they don't know who it is, and starts killing the terrorists. And then you find out it's Tony Todd. And actually, he shoots Mark Dacascos, shoots the bad guy, shoots the hostages, not only the bad guy, but the hostages. And you realize that, you know, the guy is a sort of hired hand, so to speak. Leaves Mark Dacascos for dead. But even though he got shot like 7 times, he's still alive because it's now a few years later, and he's pretty much a bodyguard. Hired to protect this guy and girl who later on you find out the guy's an arms dealer, and so that's why all this shit's going on. Like, they get off the plane, and I like the shot where Tony Todd shoots this bullet, and you see the point of view, which really enough, Carrie Anne Moss would go on to be in The Matrix with a lot of fucking bullet time, and this is like a bullet time shot before The Matrix. This was 96. Because you see the point of view of the bullet going shoot out of Tony Todd's sniper rifle and going towards the airplane, and then you have the shot where it goes through the guy and one of the bodyguards, goes right through both of them and into the plane. And I like that. I thought that was a nice shot. I like the way that was done. And Mark Dacascos can tell how long the bullet is, like how long it took, and how far he is, and sees a glare of the glass or the metal on this sniper rifle, sort of the light glistening on it. So he knows where he is, and he can time it so he can dodge the bullets. Again, it's not dodging like bullet time, but, you know, judging it. Gets there, Tony Todd's gone. Then the FBI assigns Carrie Anne Moss. She has a daughter. You first see her at her daughter's birthday party, but she's with FBI. Talks with him, have a little back and forth. You have Mark Dacascos also talking to John Neville, who's this guy in a wheelchair, who, again, I remember him as the well-manicured man in X-Files, because I'm a bit X-Files nerd. And then, again, tells about how Mark Dacascos' boss, who was shot, was dealing with the arms deal. He used to deal with arms dealing and this and that. And then you have this sort of weird little thing where Tony Todd actually like kills these FBI agents. It's like silence, except music, kind of like a silent film, until he kills the last FBI agent, which I thought was kind of a weird little touch. But then you have this sniper guy who's with Tony Todd trying to kill the girl the wife of the arms dealer who was killed, but Dacascos saves her. And he goes off against it, but Tony Todd was waiting somewhere else, and he shoots his target, killing the woman. But Dacascos doesn't know that yet, because him and Carrie Anne Moss are chasing the other guy, the non-Tony Todd. And the guy's ready to kill Carrie Anne Moss, and Dacascos saves her. But it's weird, because in that shot, I don't know if it's just my hearing, but I swear, you see Carrie Anne Moss looking at the guy, and the guy's like a little bit over there. And you see the guy fall down, you barely hear a gunshot. Like, I see, literally had to rewind. I'm like, was there a gunshot? Because you would think the gunshot would be a loud sound, but like, you barely hear the gunshot. I don't know if that was my DVD, or if that's the way they intended. Because I'm like, why does the gunshot sound so fucking muffled and quiet? It's just weird, but he kills the guy. And I do like the scene where Dacascos shows his sniper skills, because he notices there's a mark on the guy's nose, and he goes, no, this isn't the work of a pro. That's a idiot wound. I forget if that's what we call it, a dummy wound, idiot wound. It's like you have a sniper rifle, you're not knowing what you're doing, you hit back, you hit yourself and cut yourself. And yeah, she tells Carrie Anne Moss to point the sniper rifle over here. She does, he pulls the trigger, and you find it's off, it's marked, and he goes, a guy who knows what he's doing would know to hone in on it, to fix it, as well as not get the sort of idiot wound. And that's to show that, it wasn't this guy. You just say he was a decoy or whatever. But I like that little moment. I thought it was a pretty decent moment. Then Dacascos is pretty much trying to investigate what's going on. Fucks up this ATM machine because he wants to get this disc, because it has the camera on the ATM machine. Before she goes to Carrie Anne Moss with the disc, you have like one of the only fight scenes in the movie, which I think was a mistake, because you have a guy like Dacascos who knows action, he knows how to do fight scenes. Don't just give him like one, well, technically about 2 fight scenes. This is the first one, and it's very quick. I like the bit before I go into that, where you see that he rigged up this thing where he puts under the carpet on the outside, so if someone approaches and presses down, the light in his room will light up. So it's like an early warning system. I thought that was a cool idea. But first he grabs one guy, shoots him with the guy's gun, and it has like a little fight, which isn't really much of a fight. He shows some decent moves. I mean, Dacascos is a great martial artist, and he does this really cool ass like swirling kick, and kicks the guy out the window and lands on a car. But yeah, the fight's like, I don't know, 30 seconds? Not much at all. So it's hard to even call it a fight. I mean, it was good, better than nothing, but it's Dacascos. Gives him a little bit more to do, fuck's sake. But then he sees Carrie Anne Moss, gives him the video disc, finds out there's actually Tony Todd. They have to figure out what to do, and one thing leads to another. There's a drive-by. Dacascos ducks, but Carrie Anne Moss gets shot, and you have a nice shot that she just pushed into the glass window, but she has a bulletproof vest on. But I like the way it was shot. I thought it was shot pretty well. And Dacascos gets out and shoots the tire out, flips the car over, gets one of them and gets some info, so that they can storm this house where Tony Todd and them are at. And some of the bad guys kill the good guys. And I like that also, when some people get shot, you have practical bullet squibs. I like that. It's so sad nowadays that just seeing a practical bullet squib can get me excited, because it's something they don't do nowadays, and it's a simple fucking effect. But, so, sad, but it's true. But Dacascos, Carrie Anne Moss chase Tony Todd and this other guy. Oh yeah, before Tony Todd escapes, you actually see another bullet, sort of, I don't know if you want to call it bullet time, but he shoots one of the people, I don't know if you call them SWAT guys, coming in, and you see the point of view of the bullet hit the guy. Thought that was a cool shot. Carrie Anne Moss and Dacascos chase after these two, and pretty much the chase gets to an ice rink. And again, it's a little bit too quick. It ends a little bit too quickly because I like the shot where Dacascos, Mark Dacascos slides on the ice and shoots. And they pretty much have a little fight, and it's a little fight. I mean, it's nice because it's on an ice rink, a little bit different. Pretty much ends up, cracking the guy's neck, which, he did at the beginning to another guy. So I'm like, okay, that's sort of the same type of kill. Could be a little bit more creative than that. I mean, it's an ice rink. I mean, Carrie Anne Moss can't shoot Tony Todd because he has a hostage. He escapes. They have to figure out what to do. Greene, who, again, I remember him from Die with a Vengeance, among other films. He's very much this guy who was a guy above Mark Dacascos way back on that mission. And he's a guy who talked to them and made Mark Dacascos get a dishonorable discharge. And now he's also sort of working on the case as well. And you find out, of course, he's a bad guy. Like, the good guys have a witness. Not a witness, but more of a suspect who was Carrie Anne Moss's boss. And when they're off doing their stuff on the ice rink and stuff, Greene goes in. Not really doing the ice rink. I'm sorry, it's late. Shouldn't do reviews when it's so late because I sound like I'm fucking drunk. Basically, fucking Greene gives him a pin, says "fuck you." Oh shit, I'm bleeding, and it's fucking drug, and the guy dies. And Greene's acts like an ass. Just like, "Ha, I kill you with a fucking drug pin, bitch." And now he's dead like a doornail. I mean, pretty much as Carrie Anne Moss finds out that his girl has been taken, and they get to her house, and they kill Carrie Anne Moss's friend. I like that Carrie Anne Moss sort of becomes a bit of a badass at the end. Like, she asks this guy, "Where's my daughter?" He goes, "I don't know." And then she goes, "Well, then I have no..." What was the words? It's like, "I have no use for you." Like, "Well, then I have no use for you," and just shoots the guy. I thought, okay, that's badass. And Mark Dacascos shoots the other guy. Same thing with, they find where it's going to be, and pops up, and there's Greene. It's like, "Oh yeah, I talked to the bureau. I think we know about your daughter, or the bureau has your daughter." And she just goes, "Whatever," and shoots Greene, boom, right in the head. Even though when I looked at that shot, you see stuff come behind him, but I swear the hole in his head when he gets shot, I swear it looks like one of those fucking laser pointers, or some type of laser pointer, because it doesn't look right, the hole here. Like when he gets shot. Like you see something in the bat blowout, that looks fine. But the here, when it's bad as she says whatever and just kills him, boom, just like that. It's like, she wants her daughter back. But when he gets shot, I swear it's like fucking, like a laser pointer right there. Just, like, that thing could have been, I don't know, maybe it didn't look good. I mean, it would have been a totally badass scene if that looked a bit better. But they go in and finds the daughter, and Tony Todd's rid the place up. So Mark Dacascos like cuts half of it, connects it to this fucking light bulb and shit, does some MacGyver shit, puts a fucking bathtub on it, blows a hole so that they can escape the house before the rest of the bomb blows up. And I like this, that Mark sees the fucking Tony Todd going away in a car and gets that big ass sniper rifle and fucking shoots Tony Todd with his own sniper rifle gun. You see for the last time that sort of bullet time thing, and fucking kills Tony Todd. Where you see her going through the car, then you see a shot where blood splats on the window. And then at the very end, you find out Neville, the old guy in the wheelchair, the one from X-Files, not the cigarette smoking man, the Will Manager man. You find out that he was a part of it, and Mark Dacascos is not going to shoot him, but Carrie Anne Moss is, because the guy's risking his daughter's life. So it is like, oh cool, I like that Carrie Anne Moss sort of becomes a badass, and Carrie Anne Moss shoots John Neville in the head, and they go off. Anyway, the film, I didn't make the film sound like much, because, yeah, at the end of the day, it's not much. I mean, it's not one of Dacasco's better films. I mean, I just say, I'd rather watch I Am Omega, I'd rather watch Drive, I'd rather watch Only the Strong. Uh, but, I mean, I thought it was decent because I like the idea that Dacascos plays a sniper. I thought Tony Todd did a good job as the bad guy. I thought Dacascos and Carrie Anne Moss were good. I like the little moments that Carrie Anne Moss could be a little bit of a badass. I thought it went at a decent pace. Wasn't. I think it'll be a bit slow for others. For me, it was alright. I think it would have helped to have quite a few more action scenes. Like, instead of making this more of a thriller, like, making more of an action film, like Dacascos, add a lot more fights with Dacascos. I mean, Dacascos is a great martial artist. You know, you should have him with a shitload of fight scenes. That's why Drive works, and this film doesn't work as much as that film. But I like the plot idea with the sniper. I like little scenes like the ice rink scene, the scenes with the sniper bullet, that point of view shot. I mean, it's one of those films that is I thought it was a decent time waster. I think I put above films like this because I like Mark Dacascos as an action star. I think he's an underrated guy, and it's a decent thriller, but you might not like it because it's too slow or just not enough action. There's definitely not enough action. There should have been quite a few more action scenes. But again, I didn't think it was horrible. I can't call this a horrible film because I thought it was competently directed. I thought the cast did a good job. I have no problems with the cast. It was nice seeing the cast. Carrie Anne Moss before The Matrix. Always nice to see Mark Dacascos, and I thought he did fine here. And then, like, Sanctuary, that pace really slugged it out for me. Very sluggish. Like, this, I don't know, the suspense thriller plot didn't bother me too much. Maybe because you don't see a lot of movies dealing with snipers other than Sniper with Tom Berenger and such. But yeah, this is sort of one of those films that's hard to review because, like, what more can I talk about other than explain the plot, which is what I did, so it's not really much of a review. But it's a decent time waster. I mean, I'm glad I have it in the collection, thanks to Till, because it's one of the only Mark Dacascos. Well, there's a Mark Dacascos film that didn't have, and I'm fine with having it in my collection. I mean, I think it's better than Sanctuary. I think it's better than Alien Agent. Because this one, I think others will feel as a slow pace, but this one, the pace worked fine enough for me. I think because I like Mark Dacascos, I like Carrie Anne Moss, and I thought Tony Todd was a good villain. You know, he's a good actor. And the sniper plot, interests me. It's sort of that more thriller aspect, like Jack Reacher or General's Daughter, or they're not action films, they're more thrillers. I think it goes in that Jack Reacher, General's Daughter type, where it's trying to be more like a thriller and not an action film. And I mean, I would say I like General's Daughter better than Sabotage. Jack Reacher was okay. I mean, it wasn't great. I might even... I thought Jack Reacher was okay, but I thought this one even went a bit faster than Jack Reacher. Just felt too long of a film. But I thought it was a decent time waster, but definitely don't expect an action film, because if you do, you're gonna be very disappointed. And if people don't like it, I can understand. But I didn't mind it. I thought, for me, it's a decent time waster. But either way, I don't know what more to say. Thanks for watching. Take care. I see you next time for the next review.